Okay, so that was just a big fake out then, AJ? Thanks. Great. Way to start off episode 16 on the right foot. Yeah.
I mean,
for
no
everyone that's
bells
not
yet.
Yeah, for everyone that's not live, 10 seconds ago, AJ said, "All right, I've got my music ready to go to start the show." We hit record and AJ just looks at me.
I didn't say to start the show. I said I've got my audio ready.
Maybe that's on me since it was heavily implied.
Just assume.
Right, based on the majority of the first 15 episodes.
When
it's
the
fine.
time is right.
It's fine. AJ, it's great. My name's Anthony. That's AJ over there. He will be muted and shunned for the rest of the episode. In the middle is Eric McCabe.
What's up?
Newly birthdayed.
Yeah, newly birthday.
One of your first birthdays. Eric McCabe celebrated his birthday over the weekend, so happy birthday to you, Eric.
It was on Monday, but yeah.
I assume you would do this celebrating over the weekend rather than on Monday.
It's the whole month.
Oh.
It's the shortest month of the
one of
year.
those.
So.
Right. You may as well take advantage of all 28
yeah,
days.
absolutely. All 28 of them.
Most
Denise
people get
Denise
one.
gets the first half because hers is on the second.
Yeah,
And I
did
just take
Denise
the
get you
second
any
half.
That's only
flowers or
fair,
anything
yeah.
for your birthday?
No.
But she did get you flowers for Valentine's Day?
I got her a gift on my birthday.
Dang, dude. That's not how the weekend is supposed to go.
I know. It
So,
was cool. It was
Aside
great.
from getting presents for people on your birthday,
Mhm.
how was everyone's weekend? Did anybody play disc golf?
I did. I played Hops and Heisers
Hey.
on
Again?
Saturday. I did again.
Dude.
I played every week that I'm in
Yeah.
town, no matter the weather.
Just mess.
Um,
I know you do.
it was Jones West. Played out there.
So you
was
lied on YouTube then.
No, because that was my last singles round.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I'll accept
this was
that.
dubs.
I'll accept it.
It was great. It was cold. It was windy. I was
Mhm.
ready to be done,
Okay.
but it was still enjoyable.
That sounds like disc golf in February in the Midwest.
Unless you're out there today where it's 70 something, probably 68.
The wind chill is probably still below freezing.
It's
though.
68 degrees, and that's about what the wind
Yeah.
mile per hour is as well.
Yeah, it is howling.
Yeah.
AJ?
I played some golf as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I play a little frizz
Nice.
out in Council Grove.
Little Frisbee
Nice.
Yeah.
Junior. Hey.
Yeah, it was cold. It was a cold day on Saturday.
Especially at the lake.
Yeah, we didn't play at the lake, but we
Oh.
played a little private course in Council Grove.
Ooh, fancy.
Little private course.
Wow.
Yeah, I threw one right-handed shot and was like, "Not today." Nope. Owie.
We're not doing this.
And so then I played the rest lefty. Sick.
Something people may or may not know, you're actually naturally left-handed.
Yeah.
So your left-handed game is probably better than most other people's, most non-left-hand dominant people's left hand.
Well, yeah. Well, maybe. It's not because I'm left-handed.
Well,
Like at least
well,
the backhand throw.
No.
I mean that was a good one. Can we keep that little?
Soundbite.
But yeah, my lefty forehand is pretty good because I would throw the baseball left-handed. But lefty backhand, they're like
Your lefty
It's a whole-
tomahawk.
lefty tomahawk is
yeah, dude. How's your
Thumber.
thumber game?
decent. Thumber, not so much. Something about the grip. But I can do the little 2-finger rollers pretty well, and then putting is also a backhand throw.
Right.
For those anybody listening, there you go. That's why you tune in to get that knowledge
Next
dropped on
level,
you.
deep.
But yeah, so
Deep stuff.
my lefty backhand throws are not that great.
Man.
But here's the thing. I've been practicing over the past yeah, right?
Wow.
Yeah. I've been practicing over the past 4 or 5 months,
Okay.
committing somewhat to it. And so yeah, it's
It's pretty solid.
It's getting good. It's
It's-
getting better, and it's getting and in terms of most people's non-dominant golf game, yeah, it's decent.
Do you think
Eagle McMahon it throws better lefty than I do.
Okay.
Which he busted that out during the All-Star event.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's sick.
get into
Yep.
that? We'll
Yep.
get into
So yeah, I mean,
It's a segue.
it's okay.
well, but we skipped over the
Whatever,
best
dude.
part of the weekend.
We just
Okay,
jump
so
around.
so I'll
Jump around.
so I played some golf. It was fun, and then we went back to the Inc. household out there in Council Grove, and Jared and Braxton and we jammed out for
Nice.
quite a while on
Cool.
some guitars, and Braxton was playing drums, and
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah, that was sick. That
I
was
bet.
just
Jam band.
jamming, soloing. Oh my gosh,
Nice.
It was really fun.
Very
so
nice.
that was Saturday. Ow.
Thank you.
What about you, Tony? You,
I had a pretty cool weekend.
yeah, what's
yeah,
up?
you did.
We, my girlfriend and I went down to Florida for like so our 4-year anniversary will be tomorrow. Valentine's Day was yesterday, so we kind of just grouped everything in. Also, as we alluded to a minute ago, it's winter in the Midwest and it's warm and sunny in Florida. So
Always.
excuse number 3. So we went down there, had a good old time. Did not bring any discs.
Insert excuse number 3.
Yes. That's how many it takes. You need 3 excuses, and then you can go somewhere and do something.
Perfect.
We almost went to Clearwater because I was like, I mean, if we're in Florida and I'm going to play anywhere, like, that'd be kind of a cool place to just go.
Yeah.
But we ended up not making it. So, didn't play any disc golf.
None.
I'll segue us back.
Okay.
I only got to watch a couple of the highlights from the All-Star event, that being Nico's 500-something foot ace. Very cool.
Yep.
And then Calvin auto-drafting the draft, which was hilarious. But you guys probably got to watch a little bit more of the All-Star event. How did you guys think it went?
You would.
What were some of
That's
your...
funny.
What were the All-Star events of the All-Star event?
I mean, the number one has to be the Nico ace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something else I did take away from it was it got me hyped for the season
Mhm.
because the MPO side, at least, it came down to the last hole, basically the last putt. Spoiler alert.
Right.
But Eagle's putt that he had to make
What?
to force.
Can we put quotes on putt?
Yeah.
Because that was like...
For Eagle, that's a putt. He did not throw the disc. He basically jump putted the disc.
Right.
So, yes, I will still call it a putt.
But it was also like very far.
It was, yeah, it was
He putts very far.
close
It's like
to 100.
circle 4.
He putts very far. It would have been counted as a throw-in, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
However,
It looked like more of a throw putt.
either way, he needed to make
Threaded
it.
it.
I don't care. We call it whatever you want. Call it tiddlywinks for all I care.
He tiddlywinked it into
He
the
had
basket.
to make it, and he successfully did.
He did.
Slammed it in there.
And
That
it was
sick.
sick. He was
Yeah.
so hyped. And then, I mean, obviously, Calvin had a 25-footer, so he's not going to miss that, right? Maybe even 20-footer.
They called it a
Right.
1090 rated round with a bogey.
Calvin's? Yeah. Well, he birdied the last 10 holes. It's
No.
pretty impressive.
Yeah. Last 9.
He birdied the last 10 holes.
We just looked at it
Yeah.
on the computer, and
Yeah.
he parred hole 9.
Oh, okay. Either way, he birdied whatever, the whole back 9 he birdied. I do know that.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And he did have a bogey on hole 3. I think it was early in the round, and it was a 3-putt, too. He was putting for birdie on that hole, too. So,
Bummer.
yeah, it was cool. It got me excited for the season, for sure.
Yeah, I was so ready. I was going to get my skip base team ready to go.
Oh,
I was excited for Vegas. And then I looked and said, you got 9 days till
Yeah.
picks close. And I was like, man.
It felt kind of weird, too, the All-Star event. It didn't... I guess maybe it's just my mindset of it's weird to have an all-star event to kick the season off when that should probably happen mid-season, in my opinion.
Right. I feel like most other sports do it kind of middle to the end of the season. And what I found weird was like there was no Paul, no Ricky. And so, yeah, we still had Eagle, we still had Calvin, Dickerson, all these amazing players that, you know, if we had an all-star event, deserve to be there.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have our top 2 MPO players
Correct.
at all,
Yeah.
which was kind of weird, which I think both of them chose to sit out. I don't think that there was any lack of invitation or anything like that.
No, they were both invited. Yeah. They
Which,
just both chose not to play.
right, and we see that in other sports too.
Which kind of makes sense because it was
That's what I'm thinking too.
it was like, you know, almost 2 weeks before Vegas.
right.
So it does kind of seem weird to travel all the way out there
Mm-hmm.
and then have that much time off. But
Right.
yeah, I don't know.
well,
Like I said, I would rather see the event halfway, mid-season,
Mm.
like after or before Worlds
I
or
know
something
it would
like
be
that.
weird if it was towards the end of the season to have a big old exhibition match like
You
right
think so?
before USDGC or
What
right.
if it was right after? Like what's
right in between US DGC and the Pro Tour finale.
Yeah,
those are back-to-back weekends though.
So what if they put it after the Pro Tour finale?
A few years ago, there was a week in between. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think actually, yeah, that would be pretty cool. I think that could work out pretty well.
Do you think if they did it beginning of the season, middle of the season, end of the season, would there be more players choosing to sit out at any of those certain times? Like maybe Paul and Ricky didn't want to play right now because they're still getting into disc golf season shape. Or maybe in the middle of the season, people are kind of in a rhythm, so they don't want to break that rhythm. Or at the end of the season, they've just been playing disc golf for the last 9 months. They just want a week off. Do you think?
I'm sure that plays factor in the decisions of playing or not playing the event.
So from your guys' experiences on the road, when would be the ideal time for that from the player side of things?
I think it depends if you're going to call it an all-star event or an exhibition style of an event. Because to me, that's two different things in a way. And the way I visual, because for me, an all-star event, I suppose, depending on how you look at it, it is just an exhibition for the most part, right? It's not like it does. I don't believe the money goes to your money. I don't even know how much they won. I don't think it was like a ridiculous amount of money, but I don't know. I guess to answer your question, I think mid-season would make the most sense to kind of get together and regroup and
kind of like baseball.
Yeah, like halfway through the season.
Yeah,
I think that would be great because then they could do. They did have side events as well as the singles and doubles. They had distance and accuracy.
Which those distance, it was tough to watch in my opinion.
It was like a golf shot distance.
Well, it was. What? They had out of bounds. It was on a fairway, but there was like trees that they could hit too. Like there was one up to the left, like kind of on what I assume would be the ideal line for just mashing a drive. I don't know that anybody actually hit it, but I know a couple came pretty close. And rollers counted. So if you wanted to put down a roller, it wasn't where the disc hit; it's where the disc stopped.
That part I'm not so into.
Yeah.
I think rollers should be a separate thing. I personally...
I'd watch a roller contest.
Oh,
yeah, that'd
100%.
Be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be real cool.
I kind of like the idea of like a distance competition on a golf line where I forget what, I think Simon has the record for like 1,000-something feet where he took like the lightest disc in the world and just threw it straight up in a massive tailwind. Like that, you're never doing that during a tournament on a golf course. But
well, there should be.
I think it'd be cool to have that.
If you go that far, you can go as far as certain distance contests won't count if it's blowing more than 15, 20 mile an hour too. Because, if you're blowing like 50 mile an hour winds,
right,
that's definitely wind aided.
Yeah. Who do you guys know off the top of your head the results of the distance competition?
Double G had the longest throw.
Shocker,
for sure.
You can look it up on
Ezra
on PDGA.
Had a really good one too.
Okay.
I think it was Calvin Calvin threw the second longest maybe. I don't know. It was weird because a couple of them like were barely getting any shots in bounds. Like if your first two or three shots go out of bounds, you kind of have to throw a conservative distance shot at that point.
Right. Yeah. I don't like the idea of having out of bounds in a distance competition, but I like that like having a tree or something to force a golf shot. I think that's kind of cool. I don't know if that was by design or just this is the land that they had for that, but
yeah, I think I would. Man, this sounds like there's some really good potential for these kind of events, especially with like the camera work and camera expertise that is starting to come into the sport. It's like I'm thinking. Another thought that I had when I watched a couple of those distance videos was like, this isn't really, it's not being captured as well as it could be.
Right.
And it's almost it felt a little forced, or like they maybe had two cameras, and I'm thinking, man, they could do a crane shot. They could do this like a camera that's on this huge gimbal. Like this big old arm, and it starts like down low near the player, but then lifts up to like 10 feet, 15 feet in the air, or even like a drone that flies, and you just see the whole flight of the disc rather than a camera in one spot that zooms in, because then you don't see as much around the disc,
Yeah, you
and
lose
it's
context.
also hard to find it.
Mhm.
Right, like, yeah.
Quick question. Maybe you guys know this. Do you know the last time they had an indoor distance contest? Because I know that's a separate record from the all-out distance contest.
Yeah, true.
I haven't heard of one, but
No.
that
No
would be
clue.
really cool to see.
That would be cool.
That's
Yeah.
a huge building.
Yeah, like an airplane hangar or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we also, while we're talking about last weekend's events, are we done with the All-Stars?
It was also cool to speak a little further on that, I guess, would be the putting contest was cool to watch. And then so was the accuracy. I really enjoyed the accuracy where they had the Mando that they had to throw through. The only thing I didn't care for was throwing underneath. It was kind of weird. And then the Mando over the top. That was kind of a weird shot, you know, for an accuracy type of a competition. But I loved the Mando, the big box that you had to throw through. I thought that was really cool.
So I found the Pro Tour put out it's a distance total for teams. So it was Drew Gibson and Double G against Calvin and Ezra.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Gibson and Double G threw 601 and 661 for a total of 1,262 feet. And then Calvin and Ezra threw 654 and 626 for a total of 1,280 feet. It doesn't say specifically who threw which distance.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, the longest looks like 661.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think
very
that
far.
was Double G's last shot.
That's very, very far.
Yep. And then shout out to the FPOs as well. There
That's what I
was
was going to say. Kona smashed one.
Kona threw one pretty far. I think she was the third longest.
It's 424.
424. Yeah. I think. And then it's not, I mean, Paige and Kat were both not that far ahead of her.
Not by much.
Yep. So pretty cool to see.
Can we talk about one more? What about Sunday? Well, other than disc golf, I don't know. I don't know what I'm
I don't
trying.
know. I wanted to bring up real quick the Bay County Kickoff tournament that was in Florida. That was Matty O's first tournament, first official sanctioned event, playing with Westside discs. Safe to say he's grown accustomed to them pretty quickly because his first round was 1079 rated, 16 down, and he proceeded to win by 5 strokes.
Was that this weekend?
That
was
was
not
the
this
15th.
weekend. Okay, I was going to.
That was the
Oh,
That was a
15th
month
of-
ago.
Yeah,
Oh, gosh,
15th
I
of
didn't even
January.
Yeah, I was
realize.
like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
The coverage came out. That's what I was watching.
that's what it was. The
Yes.
coverage.
My bad. I'm so sorry.
Terry put out that coverage. I was
Yeah.
trying to think. I was like, he was at the All-Star event.
Uh-oh.
That's skills.
Don't
Yes.
mind me. I'm just, yeah.
It was his first event
Right, in case anyone forgot.
with Westside.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
we-
Matty O won.
We had a
month ago.
whole talk about this. How did I forget it?
We did.
Oh, my gosh.
It's okay.
Anyways,
There's
the
been a lot
coverage
of
was
other
good.
things going on.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
you were just hyped from watching that game on Sunday, weren't you?
I didn't even watch the game.
Oh, I figured.
Oh my gosh.
Tell you what,
Danny.
though,
Danny.
I did.
Stop,
Right.
AJ, stop. We're going to get content
And
claimed.
we're flagged.
We can't play copyrighted music.
It's the instrumental.
I might have to go cut that out.
The instrumental is still part of the song,
Yeah.
AJ. That's very much still music that we can't play.
Well,
Facts.
The halftime show was sick, so I just had to throw that in there.
It was very sick.
And I'll see myself out.
Good.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. The
Yeah.
entire, all of it.
The whole game was exciting.
Game was exciting.
Wasn't like a blowout or anything. It wasn't like
Came down to the last
there was
play.
a lot of defense. Yeah, the last like couple minutes. Oh my gosh.
Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp
MVP.
MVP. Odell Beckham got a touchdown and then tore his MCL, something like that.
ACL.
Poor
ACL.
guy.
was
She
it?
gone.
Again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
think-
was brutal.
I think it was his other knee.
I think
Is it
it
the
was the
same one?
same knee because it
Is
was
it?
the same team he was playing against when he did it originally.
No.
Yeah,
Dang it, man.
brutal. Either way,
The commercials were hilarious. There was that.
there were some really good ones.
What was the Larry David one? He was.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed
was-
the Larry David.
That was pretty good.
Okay, where would you rank the halftime show of all time?
It's I mean, all time. I would say it's top 5 for sure.
Yeah,
It's
I'd
hard
agree
to
with
think
that.
of too many that surpassed it by a whole lot.
I can always just go back to Prince
Prince's was amazing.
in the rain. Just
In the Rain, guitar solos.
yes,
Michael Jackson was also pretty sick, and Beyonce with Coldplay and Bruno Mars. That one was fun. But man, Dre and Snoop killed it. Just no lip syncing necessary for those 50-year-olds.
Right.
And Snoop was just living large, having fun, crip walking all over the place. And that outfit that he had on was so sick too. It was like LA Rams bandana.
I saw
looked
a
very
meme
comfortable.
where there was a thing where it was like a picture of Snoop Dogg, and it was like whoever was in charge of the halftime show said, yeah, we're going to go with this kind of black and white aesthetic, and we're going to have a white set, and everybody's going to be wearing black, and it's just Snoop Dogg, and it just says blue. It says, well, no, Snoop, we kind of have this thing, blue.
Blue.
Blue, please. Good. Blue. Glad he did.
Yeah.
Blue.
Very funny, very entertaining halftime show. Very entertaining game as well.
Yeah.
I'm
Loved it.
stoked for Matt Stafford.
I am too.
happy
I am
for him.
very happy for him to
Hall
get
of
his
Fame?
ring. I mean, that's what he needed to get in.
Hall of Fame?
I think he needs a little more.
I
but-
think yeah.
He needed that one though to check that off the list. So
Right. Yeah. That is a notch in his cap? Or a feather in his cap?
feather
maybe?
in his cap.
It's a notch in his feather, but he's not. I don't think he's quite there yet.
Not yet.
Ding, ding, ding,
Potentially,
ding, ding, ding,
speaking
ding,
back
ding.
onto disc golf, potentially staying on NFL, could be on anything else. Eric,
Yeah.
this week is your week for Player of the Week. Do you have
Player of the
a Player of the Week for us?
Man, I got so many players of
50
the week.
Cent.
Fitty.
Fitty
That
came
was
out
a
of nowhere.
That was a surprise. Yeah,
Yeah.
it came out of the rafters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I'm done.
you know, I'd been thinking about it for the last week.
Oh,
And,
perfect timing.
Yeah. And I really wanted to come in and give it to Coop, but no. Stafford, no. Anybody during that halftime show I wanted to as well, but no.
Those
I'm
aren't
actually
even disc
going
golfers.
with a disc golfer this week.
Oh, okay.
Let's hear it.
It was going to be Nico for the ace,
Yes.
but then I got to give it to Johnny McRae
Yeah.
for,
Yeah.
you know, going through what he went through and already being at home and seems to be on the mend and recovering. And I know there was a lot of money raised for Johnny
Yes.
from
a lot of money.
a lot of different places.
That was so cool to see.
Dynamic included. We did the disc, and it's still live, so you guys can still go purchase one of those and support Johnny. So
Yeah.
Johnny McRae is my MVP.
Yeah.
Nice. Twice,
Yeah.
2 weeks
Well
in a
deserved.
row.
And then
Yep.
he comes out and shoots like
Yep.
bogey-free 1070 round on Sunday.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wait, he's back playing
Not yet.
already?
That part did not
Not
happen.
quite.
Oh, okay.
Not quite
Gosh.
yet.
Not quite.
No.
Yeah, no,
but
it's
I had
it's-
you fooled, didn't I?
It's
Because
gotta
it
be
is
Johnny.
McRae.
Mhm.
It's got to
Yeah.
be Johnny this week again.
So we're what, 5 weeks in and we have a repeat already?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, but if anyone deserves to go
that
back
is
to
true,
back
yes.
for
Yeah.
anything,
I'm not
Yeah.
trying to throw shade. I'm just,
Johnny for sure.
this is a mess already.
Yeah. Like Eric said, you can check out the fundraiser discs on the website. There are a couple of different Dimax options. I don't know if I'll get in trouble for saying this or not, but
Is it copyrighted?
it's not copywritten.
Copywritten?
We Dynamic Discs so far have raised in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I shouldn't say we Dynamic Discs. We, the disc golf community via Dynamic Discs, have raised in the neighborhood of 10 grand for Johnny so far.
Wow.
If you want to help contribute to that, like I said, there's Dymax discs available on the website. Johnny set up a direct donation, or maybe his wife set it up. I forget
Mhm. I think
exactly
Jen
what that
did.
is.
Yep.
You can find that on his Facebook page or his wife's Facebook page. There are avenues to help if you are able to and willing. We obviously encourage anyone and everyone to do so.
I just dropped the link in the chat and it'll be in the description as well.
Perfect. Eric, now it's your turn to nominate someone for next week's Player of
I
the
want
Week.
to nominate Fabienne,
Ooh.
but no, I'll nominate you since
Okay.
you're on the show.
All right, that's fair. I'll accept.
I would love
this
him to come in and
responsibility.
sit down and do the MVP just for the week. Though. That'd be cool.
He will definitely be on at some point. He was
Okay.
on. Spoiler alert: they're not out yet, but we did record
Mhm.
episodes with Mason Ford and Valerie Mondojano while they were here. Mason did ask Val some questions, so for those of you that haven't met or been introduced to Fabian yet,
Fabienne.
that will be a chance for you to do so. Be on the lookout for those coming later this week and next week.
Yes.
Yes. Fabienne asked Val some questions.
Is that not
you
what
said,
I said?
You said Mason.
Oh,
You did say Mason.
And bro, don't spoil the surprise.
Ignore what I just said.
What?
I don't know.
What did I say?
I don't know. You said that Mason asked Val some questions, and I just took that as like a marriage proposal kind of thing.
Oh,
So
Wow. So I can't spoil that we have episodes coming, but you can spoil that they're engaged when they're not even aware of this.
right,
yet.
No.
Jeez.
He showed me the ring.
Who do you think you are, AJ?
Okay.
Stop.
okay. Do not listen to anything
No.
that he just said because none of that is true.
Yeah, don't listen to what I just said, but listen to this.
Okay.
Gosh, AJ.
1 second is
John,
fine.
you-
I
It
just like
turns
that
out-
little swell.
It turns out 1 second is not fine, actually.
What? I thought the rule was 3 seconds.
No.
Well, the first
rule-
one was like 6. So.
Right. The rule is that they own it and we don't.
So are we still?
So if you're watching this
How we
later,
doing?
not live, there's just going to be a brief moment of silence.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we've got like 50 audio stings recorded, don't we? Can't we
No,
just?
I haven't recorded any of those.
Okay, so here we go.
Here we go.
All right. Let
Trade day.
let us go.
Yeah.
I want to get a couple of squad questions in.
Perfect.
AJ, since you are shunned, Eric,
Yes.
should we do a disc golf question or non-disc golf question first?
I think we should go with disc golf.
Okay. Let's go with a disc golf question.
I'm still on the screen.
This one comes to us from Casey. Casey wants to know, how do you get out of a slump? So when you're just things aren't going your way, shots aren't coming out clean.
You
Yeah.
listen to your favorite song.
Typically, I just mute AJ's mic and then continue.
As someone who's currently in a slump, I'm very interested.
So what do you guys have tips-wise?
Slumps.
Have you guys ever been in slumps before?
Yeah.
Everybody's been in slumps, and if they tell you they haven't, they are lying to you.
How
If they tell
get
you
out?
they haven't, they're about to be in. That's
That's because they've
literally
just
how it
been in a
goes.
slump forever and they haven't
No.
realized it yet.
For me, anytime I was on the road and struggling with something, I would always try to focus on what I do best, I guess. And throughout my career, I would say the two things I did best was putting and mid ranges.
Mm.
So even if it's a hole that if I'm shanking drives or, just throw a mid range down the middle of the fairway, and it just to build that confidence back up. And for me, it's all about doing what you know and doing that well. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So, no.
No, it does.
Someone in the chat.
John Nicholson is in the chat, and
Ah.
he says, in order to not slump, you just simply stand up straight,
Yeah.
which is also, Casey didn't specify a disc golf slump.
I
But
mean,
please-
it was
please
a disc
continue.
golf question. So,
This is true.
John, you can go ahead and hit that little X in the top corner and see
Hey.
yourself out.
Wait, hit the thumbs up first, then leave.
Share it first.
Right.
But no, I would always stick to my strengths really,
Mhm.
and that was always just throwing the controlled shot down the middle of the fairway if I'm spraying left or right with drivers, and just trying to build the confidence back up that way. The other thing that does come to mind is a break.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Sometimes when you don't play for a while and then you can go back out to the course, I know Danny can attest to this because he's done this. Not played for a while and came back
Shots
out
fired.
and just no, this is a good thing.
Slumped it up.
No.
It's hard to slump in heels.
I mean,
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
No,
Go ahead. What do you think?
When I come back after taking a break for a while, I
Yeah.
always have an incredible round. It's
That's
going
what
amazing.
I'm saying. And then these guys are saying I'm throwing shade.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, I'll
No,
just
that's
go
just-
play again
that's
and it'll be
just Tony.
great. And
Yeah,
as soon as I go
jeez.
back out, it's horrible.
Mine is usually my second round back. My
The
first round back is usually pretty rough. And then the second round is always like, oh,
No,
yes.
for me, it's always just about taking some time off if you need to. You don't have to throw every single day.
Mm-hmm.
You can even take a week or two off, and then just to
Yeah.
get that love for it again, and then just
Mm-hmm.
time off is always good for me.
Same.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Throw with your offhand.
My answer.
There you go.
My answer would be almost the opposite of take a break, though.
Mm.
Like I did have. I can remember a few slumps from my time on the road, but they were defined as slumps based off of what then got me out of the slump.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I think about that, and what helped me propel to that good performance was the hard work that I put in. So I remember like at one point I missed cash like 2 weeks in a row by by 3 strokes total. It was rough. Yeah. And then that third week I like finished third in an A tier. And I remember making a note like in an Instagram post that the hard work was what really was the cure. And now that I think about it, a slump, in air quotes, is really just what's in your mind. And when you go out and practice and you're putting in that work, all of that stuff you're doing is outside of your mind. Sure, you're trying to like take notes and learn lessons and flex those brain muscles, but really like the physical work kind of helps to balance out the mental energy that you're expending by focusing on a slump and by giving it that negative emotional attachment. That, I mean,
sure.
when you notice that you're in a slump and you realize it's, you're kind of judging yourself and saying like, oh man, I'm playing poorly, when really there's an alternative, and you can say like, okay, I did this, and that's what led to this, and that's why I finished outside of the cash. Like none of that says you played poorly, but what I found to get myself out of that, like
that's actually exactly what it says.
What?
That you played poorly if you're not cashing and you're in a slump.
Well, but and my point is that like poorly by putting
is relative because what you're explaining is coming from a touring player.
Yeah.
And I would say majority of the people asking these questions can take that time off. Where a touring player cannot take that time off, and you do have to get that grind going again. And it is 90% mental in that regard.
True.
That's kind of where I was, I guess, coming from on my answer.
Yeah.
For me,
but you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. For me, it's almost more like when I'm coming back from not playing for a while, or I'm in a slump. It's usually I'm overthinking. Usually I'm thinking too much about where my arm is, where my wrist is, how my posture is, what my feet are doing. And if I can just go to a field and just like
not think,
put reps in and think about those things, but do it enough that it feels natural, and then I don't. Right, to where they have become part of just my natural throw. That's, at least for me, how to get out of a slump, because then I can focus more on execution and positive thinking rather than what I'm actually doing to throw the disc.
Sure.
Yeah. I really like your first point, Eric, of like, what am I good at? I'm just going to do that. Because I think that's definitely how I am, of like, I'll just throw a disc that I can't, if I'm on whatever hole and I pull my justice out, like I can't mess this up. If I throw this as well as I can or terribly, it's going to matter 2 feet down the fairway. I can't screw this. I can't possibly screw this up. So I'm taking myself as out of this equation as I possibly can, to then just kind of get myself, like Danny was talking about, back in that rhythm of not thinking about it, not worrying about it, and just going through the motions that your body knows how to do.
Yep.
It's good.
A lot of times too, it's we feel like we're in a slump based off of the results. And so I think like when I talk about practicing and work and putting in that work, that's part of the process. And yeah, you can find results through those practice sessions, but a lot of times those slumps that we feel like we're in is purely just because we're finishing in the bottom half of the field, when really it's like there's, that's a negative, that's going to seem like a negative result, but within that one negative result or 10 finishes in the bottom half of the field, there's still plenty of good that goes into that. Even if it's a bad throw, you got to focus on what you can control.
That was the best worst shot I've ever thrown in my life.
Right?
Positivity.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. let's get a non-disc golf question. This one comes to us from Code. Code says, they want to know, what is the best artificial flavoring?
Oh,
Okay.
One that-
Banana.
Yes, that was what came to mind for me. Was
Banana's a good
banana
one.
The banana
Laffy
runs?
Taffies.
Or like the banana runs, because like that species of banana or whatever doesn't exist anymore. The banana that they based the banana flavor candy off of, like went extinct or something, because they were
really?
all genetically identical. So one sickness just knocked the whole thing out, and so that's the only way you can taste those bananas, and that's why they taste better.
I was gonna say, like, it's a delicious flavor,
I like that.
but if I eat a banana Laffy Taffy and then take a bite of a banana, I'm severely disappointed by
The real thing.
not lining up in terms of, cherry tastes like cherry, but then a banana does not taste like banana candies. I do. Ooh, I had another one. I really like almond,
That's what I was thinking too.
especially like almond smell, great, but like almond flavor, it kind of is like vanilla extract of like, it's
Yeah.
just delicious. But, if you eat a handful of almonds, I enjoy them, but it tastes nothing like it. They're very salty and nuts.
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 Yeah,
Interesting.
Those
pick
are
up all
my
your
two picks, I
vanilla
think.
extract at Menards. My favorite artificial flavoring is usually like an orange cream
Yeah.
Like
Orange
a creamsicle.
creamsicle.
Yeah, I'm
kind
into
of
that.
thing. Yeah. Have you ever had the whipped drink orange bang? It's like you can sometimes get it in like a soda fountain.
A Bang? Isn't that like an energy drink? Is that
Wait,
No,
but
this was
whipped?
this was before that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whipped, like whipped cream, like you put on pumpkin pie,
Right. I don't know.
but you drink it?
I think it's not really. I don't think it's actually whipped.
Oh,
I
that's
think
a
usually it's
flavor.
just like carbonated, but it kind of tastes and the texture of the drink feels like it's whipped.
Really?
Whoopa!
Whoopah!
Oh, copyright.
Oh, my bad.
Eric, you got one for us?
I really, probably that cheesecake I made over the weekend.
Ooh, yeah. What
What artificial
flavors are in
put into
Fruity
it?
Pebbles?
Fruity Pebbles.
Okay.
Gosh, yeah. Speaking of
Whatever that is.
Speaking of the Super Bowl,
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Fruity Pebble cheesecake.
Come on.
Yeah, so it started with marshmallows and Fruity Pebbles and heavy whipping cream, some sugar, and then put that in the fridge for a little while. And then on top of it, put
Pound of cheddar.
cream cheese and what else was in that? I don't remember. Butter, all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah,
And then the marshmallow Fruity Pebbles on the top.
that sounds fantastic.
It was, AJ had some, so it was really good.
I had 2 slices.
Yes, he did.
I had a lot of it.
It was amazing.
It looked like he brought it in, and I saw it. I was like,
it
what?
glowing? Like in
It
cartoons?
kind of was like
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, he just comes walking in with some jalapeno poppers, and then the cheesecake on top, and I'm like, "Hey, what's up? How's it?" Oh, like rainbow Fruity Pebbles on the white background. It looked amazing.
Yeah. Presentation was
Multiple layers,
there. Yeah.
and then
Marshmallows, good. Fruity Pebbles, good.
cream
Good.
cheese, good. It was delicious. It was hard to like.
It was sticky.
I needed a knife.
Yeah.
But actually that might have helped, because sometimes if you like with something that rich and thick like that, if I would have had a knife and I was just like stick the fork in, slice a little piece, gulp.
I would suggest chewing.
Yeah.
No, that's how tasty this mofo was. If I was just like like I would have been sitting on the couch like, oh, Eric, why did you do this to me?
We had some really good food. We'll just say that.
Nice.
Yeah, we did. I made some buffalo chicken dip.
Hey.
It was like jalapeno popper buffalo chicken dip. It was.
We had a lot of jalapenos.
We did.
Jalapenos.
Loved it.
Yeah. It
All
was
right.
good.
Yeah,
So-
he made poppers. Derek made wings
Nice.
and chili,
Nice.
and
Nice.
yeah, it was
Nice.
so nice.
Nice.
So nice. SoFi.
Something that I want to do for next week is I want
Oh,
each
we're
of
coming
us.
back next week.
We'll be here next week.
To bring in a dessert.
Yeah, basically just everybody make a cheesecake, hand them over. My office is right over there.
Oh, man.
Drop them anytime. No, I want to have each of us, Danny, you are included in this, come up with at least one, but no more than 3 year-end predictions.
Oh, man.
Of, I think this will happen, or I think
Disc golf related?
this will. Right, yes, disc golf related. We're kind of kicking off the season. We just had the All-Star event. Vegas is going to be the weekend following next week's episode.
I will
So-
send mine in to you because in 1 week
Oh.
from right now, I will be on an airplane to Vegas.
Bummer, dude.
So.
Okay, yes. Send me yours, please.
Yep.
And we can read those on the show between 1 and 3, and then we will kind of go over them, discuss them, see whose we think is plausible, whose we think is definitely not going to happen, etc. But
I like it.
Okay, but
I
before
like
we
it
move
too.
on to the next topic, real quick, I think we need to address the elephant in the room. EMAC has worn Crocs on the show 2 weeks in a row, and I respect it because they're pulled off,
Oh, man.
right? Like there's
These are birthday Crocs, too. These are the fuzzy ones on the
Yeah,
inside.
I saw that. The
Yeah,
plush
They've got
Crocs.
some plush on the inside.
I
It's-
respect
it's
the drip.
winter.
did Denise buy those for you on her birthday?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay. So at least it goes both ways.
you
Yep.
have been easily the comfiest person here, and I am
100%.
envious.
100%.
I am very envious.
I am very comfortable right now.
Just
Nice.
like to point out,
Just lounging.
since the last time we recorded a podcast episode,
AJ
Oh.
won himself a
your boy is the poker
little
champ.
unofficial poker.
Does that say champ or chump?
It says champ.
Oh, I think
Oh.
it says cramp.
It says poker champ.
Gotcha. How'd you get that? Did you take it from the guy who won? Or?
It's definitely his
won.
handwriting.
I
Did you
took
go- did you go
the
all in?
chips. I didn't even have to go all in. Actually, I did go all in at one point.
You had to, right? At one point. Well, I guess you don't
At
have
one point,
to.
yeah, at one point I did. I think that was to take Corey's. It was like, no, I don't think I did go all in. I think
You made him go
I
all
made
in.
it. Yeah, I
You
made
pushed him
multiple
all
people
in.
go all in.
Well, yeah, that's how you win.
Yeah, loose cannon was not having it that night.
I
Did
heard
you-
at one point you were down to 3 chips. Is that right?
Yeah, final table.
Oh
So you're down to 3 chips and you didn't go all in?
Right. But I did call the big blind with 3 chips left. I was like, called the big blind, had 3 chips sitting, and like Kevin and Mike were laughing at me. And then I think I won that hand, and then just
I would hope so.
It would be almost impossible for
Yeah,
you to just
yeah.
kept bowling over fools.
got him.
Yeah. Poker's
Nice.
interesting. It's a fun game. We played for $10, put in $10.
There you go.
Who cares?
All right. Let's
you.
The poker champ cares.
Not like me
You care.
truly, but
You obviously care.
Just your name tag
my,
cares?
yeah, my alter ego definitely is
Got it.
it's all about it.
All right. Let's get back to some squad questions. We have quite a few to get through, so we will do a couple disc golf ones and then a couple more non-disc golf questions. This one comes to us from Nolan. Nolan wants to know, do you think the Pro Tour will ever go to Africa or other countries outside of Europe and the U.S.? The Pro Tour has been
Maybe.
to other countries, but I think very minimally. There was the Australian Open a while ago.
Australian Open was one.
I think
Japan
Japan
is another one.
was the Canadian one last year, a Silver Series, or 2 years ago.
Last year, there.
I don't think there was a silver.
I don't think it was a
series.
silver.
There
It was just
a-
an A tier.
Okay.
yeah,
happened.
USDGC qualifier.
So do we think? I mean, I'll answer. Yeah, I think it will happen eventually. When that will happen, I don't know. I think the biggest hurdle will be having the infrastructure, basically a club that can run a Pro Tour level event and a course or courses that can house it. I don't know.
That's the big thing right there.
Right. I don't know if those things exist, and I don't know how long it would take. I don't know what the African disc golf scene is like. So
Yeah,
I can't.
I'm not too. I don't foresee a DGPT event happening in Africa, South Africa, anytime in the next 5 years.
Right. I think it'll be down the road, but I think it'll happen eventually.
I could see North America, like
I could see North
Canada,
America in 2 weeks.
you know what I'm talking about. Smart. Mexico, I could see
Nah, I'm gonna have to go back and mute that, man.
a big.
Come on.
That was perfect.
Dang.
I liked it. For those listening, I did not swear.
No, he did not.
Mexico, I could see a big event happening down there.
Mexico for
in
sure.
the near future. But obviously, I think the staples are still going to be Europe and
Yeah.
the U.S.
Right. Okay.
For those of you wondering what that howling noise in the background, this is Kansas. That is the
That
wind.
is the wind.
Is it really getting picked up?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
You can tell me in the
That's
chat
pretty
if you
cool.
hear it, but like, yeah, that is the wind. There's nothing we can do about it.
Hopefully not. That
That, however, is AJ.
is AJ's mouth.
Yes.
That is the wind.
That's actually where the wind comes from. AJ just stands outside.
He's doing
Yeah.
a great job though. Like it sounds like the wind.
I have very strong lungs. I
Yeah.
played the tuba in high school.
Weird flex, but okay.
Weird flex, yeah. Notice how I didn't say big lungs. I just said strong.
They're
lungs.
strong.
Do you say you trying to not admit that you have tiny lungs right now?
Also, no, I almost did it
No,
again.
you will not do it again.
I'm going to show you how to go through and mute this so you can see how tedious it is.
All right.
Tedious.
If that means I get to play my half-second sting of
Doesn't.
Doesn't it, does it
that's
still
all I want.
Does it still flag it
Yeah.
when it's live?
Even if it's
Yeah.
So,
or
okay.
even if it's just like and then you cut like like
if
I
you
just
sing
want
it
that. I
well
just want
enough, it'll pick it up.
It never. Yeah. Oh, yep.
That's it. That's all I want. I don't even need any of the bling. I just want the dun, dun.
So do it on your own. Make your own.
I'm doing it on my own right now.
with
Yeah.
an instrument, or
There you go. Or just wait till
My
we're
vocal
not.
cords.
Just wait till the show is done,
Mm,
and then you can listen to it as many times as you like.
I probably will.
I bet you will.
I think that's what I'm gonna do tonight. I think
bet
I'm
you
gonna.
will.
I think I'm gonna play the
I'll bet you
instrumental
will.
version. I'm gonna go to Spotify. Oh, sorry.
that kind of
Oh,
reminded me though of the Tyler video that we were a part of. I'll bet you do.
Oh yeah.
oh my god.
Yes. You said Tyler, and I thought Tyler, Texas, because we've been talking about Texas
Yeah.
States, and
Yep.
I was like, we've talked
Which
about
one?
a lot of videos
Which one?
at Texas States. I don't know where you're going with this.
Bling, bling, ding.
Next question comes to us from Scott.
Oh, I bet it does.
Scott asks,
Bet you do.
I'm part of it. Yeah.
Scott Scott wants to know, how do you know when it's time to move up in tiers in competition? So how do you know when it's time to go from advanced to open or
I have-
intermediate to advanced?
I have a really good answer for this. Okay, advanced
I have
to
a
open
funny
is different though because it's cash versus not cash. But in
Straight
general, for the
cash.
lower divisions, if you play in a tournament and you play poorly, or you don't you didn't crush it, but like you play not to what you would have expected, and you still cash, you should probably move up, because at that point you're rewarding yourself for playing poorly, and then you will continue to play poorly.
That's a great answer.
Yep. That's,
So
I
if you
love
play
that.
that and still cash, probably move up, unless it's a trophy only event, in which case.
Right, I've heard. Yeah.
Then you won.
Nice. I've
I
heard.
suppose.
I've heard that. I haven't heard with the line set at cash. I've heard the line set like at podium, or
Podium,
if you
yeah.
don't play well and you still win.
Yeah, it'll be
Or-
different for everybody depending on the level of competition. And that's also coming at it from the perspective of like wanting to push yourself to improve and wanting to do that, which obviously people want to do, but it's some people are more focused on just the win, and so
Right.
they're going to want to win everything, which
Yeah.
makes good sense too.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of people don't want to move up until they win.
Mm-hmm.
They want to wait until they get that
Right.
that win.
Problem is, what if there's like two people that do that?
Well, yeah, and the other thing is, you will get better faster moving up and playing with players that are better than you.
Yep.
There's that side of things too.
Yeah, I feel like.
Depends on what you want.
Yeah, I think that the people that will not move up because they want to win, I've seen that a lot when we hosted Junior Worlds, where people would purposely not accept cash so that they could play Junior Worlds the next year and hopefully win that. I think, was it Cade Philamahalo that won most recently? I think he did that. I think Gannon did that.
And look look at him.
Right. Yeah.
Both of them.
That
Yeah.
that mindset kind of makes sense to me because like there's a certain win that you're going for.
It's a title. It's a world title.
Right.
Yeah. As
Yeah.
opposed to just trying to win your local B tier.
Exactly. If
Yeah.
you're just trying to get 10 wins in rec before you go up to intermediate, like you're not doing anything. Just go play intermediate. If you're winning rec every single time you play it, you'll probably be competitive in intermediate already. So go do that. Collect your wins there.
You could always just wait until the awards ceremony for the guy in the back to just yell at you, like when you go up to accept your trophy. He's like, "Move up!"
Whoa,
You can just wait.
Awful loud.
I like how you moved the microphone away
up!
and then yelled
Yeah.
far louder.
Who hears like move up from the back and is like, oh, maybe I should. Yeah, that's a good point,
That's-
man. Wait, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I got here.
That's why I'm still am. Nobody's told me to move up yet. So
Well, maybe they have, but they've just pushed the mic like this far when they're like, "Move up!"
This is true. There's also
And you can't. Yeah, get the wax out of your ears.
there are not the only people that would be encouraging me to play pro right now do not have my best interest at heart.
They want your money.
Right. It's the other people in open that know they would just be collecting a check off of me. Let's go to one from Brett. Brett has a
Brett.
non-disc golf question. Brett wants to know,
up,
from
Brett?
the four of us, each individually, what is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Huh. The weirdest thing I've ever eaten.
The weirdest
you have
thing
ever eaten
I've
is...
ever eaten.
I know my
is-
answer.
The password is
You know that
crickets.
thing, that little. For me, it's got to be the shoestroming,
Oh, yeah.
the fermented heron, the Swedish delicacy.
Heron or
Herring.
herring?
Heron is a bird.
Heron's not the bird. The herring, the fish, the nasty like.
Okay, that's even worse.
Yeah, they come in like. It was as soon as you pop the can, you can start to smell it, and it's
Not jealous of that.
it's pretty bad. Now, when I did it I've done it twice, and when I did it in Sweden, it was much nicer because they did it the way they do it there. So they had like crackers and bread and butter, and you basically put a little piece of this nasty rotten fish on there, and then just like 3 pounds of butter, and so you can't even really taste it, right?
I was gonna say this sounds like it would just be a strictly better food item without
and
the
then
rotten fish.
we did it at the Dynamic Discs Open, I believe it was the year it got canceled.
Yes.
We all went over to Jeremy's Airbnb and sat down and did it, and I think we had crackers and stuff, but it was just like, well, here's your cracker, whoosh, here's your fish, enjoy.
Yeah.
And it was not pleasant.
So is it just extremely salty? Or
super salty, and then like
it's also rotten fish.
yeah, and I think you know that going down,
Right.
and as soon as you like, when it's that potent, it makes things that much worse.
Yeah. You got your answer, AJ? Okay, Danny, we'll go to you while AJ thinks. You got an answer for us?
I guess it didn't taste bad. This was sushi with alligator in it. I had it at a restaurant in Arkansas.
Dang, that sounds good.
It was good, yeah.
I had alligator once as a kid, and I remember it tasting exactly like chicken, but I was probably like 10 years old at the time, so I don't know how accurate.
If I remember,
You
it
didn't
was,
know what
it
chicken
was like,
tasted like.
It was like chicken and crab kind of mixed.
Okay.
Wait, what was the question though?
What's the
The
weirdest,
weirdest
thing
thing
you've
you've
ever
ever
Weirdest.
eaten.
Okay.
I don't generally.
Okay. That's a good answer then. Yeah.
I thought Danny was going to say like turkey sausage instead of regular pork sausage.
Right.
This one time I got a different brand of mac and cheese, guys, and let me tell you.
Right, yeah, sticking with Kraft.
It wasn't Kraft.
My answer is cow tongue.
Okay.
We had like when I was younger, I went to like I went to it was kind of like a church survival camp fun thing, whatever. And one of the things was they had like these obscure foods that if you wanted to try it, these are things that you could hypothetically eat in some weird survival, whatever. And one of them was cow tongue and one of them was like cow heart or something like that.
Yeah.
So I guess whatever is weirder between the two. One of them might have been a pig something. I don't remember. But yeah,
How was it?
it was, I remember it being fine. Like it was chewy, I think. And the flavor was just whatever. But like you were talking about with the fish, like you still know it's like, cause a cow's tongue. Like this is odd for me.
Yeah, but I've heard it tastes pretty good though.
Yeah. I mean,
Depends on how it's
ate it.
cooked.
Yeah. True.
You got an answer, AJ?
I don't think I've eaten.
Fruity Pebbles
my
cheesecake,
cheesecake was
yeah.
probably the weirdest thing you've ever
Yeah.
eaten.
Yeah, for
And
real.
he went back for seconds.
Sure did.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't really think of like something weird. I've eaten like a lot of different foods. I have an expansive palate. I do like to try different things and eat different things, but yeah, I don't know if I've really eaten anything too weird like alligator or tongue or
What about an alligator tongue?
an alligator
What
tongue.
about rotten alligator tongue?
Ooh.
Oh, actually,
The
Swedish.
trifecta.
it's rotting.
Oh,
Dang it.
got it.
Got me.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't really think. I mean, I've done. All I can think of is a couple years ago when we
Peanut M&Ms.
peanut butter
Oh.
M&Ms. we did the hot ones knockoff,
Oh, yeah.
and
We need to do that again.
I
Mhm.
am
That was
so
fun.
down. At the time, that felt like the most extreme thing I'd
Mm.
eaten. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. Sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
I've had sardines on pizza.
Not good.
No thanks.
All right, Danny. Mark has a question specifically for you and I, as these two already have discs with their names on them.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought specifically for you and I because these two are in a staring contest.
Clowns. Yeah. So Mark,
Yes.
Mark wants to know from each of us, if you could design your own disc and have it produced by DD, what would it be? And what would it be, and what plastic would you want it in? If you don't have your answer, I can answer and give you some time to think.
Go for it.
Okay, so mine would be an overstable approach putter that feels exactly like a suspect, but flies just a little bit more overstable. Like, take the Lucidex suspect and then just give it one hair more of overstability.
Boy, are you in luck.
Yes, I'm excited.
Spoilers.
For two things.
Spoilers are that, yes, the spoilers are that I am excited
Mm-hmm.
and that would be the disc that I would want.
That's a good disc.
But unfortunately, Mark, and unfortunately, self, I'm nowhere near having discs made to my preferences.
That's fair.
So, Danny.
I was thinking like an overstable approach disc that kind of feels like a suspect. That's a
Air
good one.
Fives.
That was like one of my options.
Yeah.
And then the other one was
Is
like,
blue.
Yeah, it has to be blue.
Ah.
All of these discs would be blue.
Okay.
I don't know. I want biofusion plastic. I think just more biofusion verdicts, I guess, because I really like that disc and I don't think many people throw it.
Okay.
Maybe if it started out like a little bit more overstable, but was in biofusion, so it kind of beat in.
Yeah.
That is a really controllable disc right there. It's basically an EMAC Truth, but
But it's a biofusion verdict instead.
yes.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
So I like that we give Danny free reign. Make any disc that you want.
Oh, I'm going to come out with a disc that we already have.
Yeah.
Danny goes, well, this is my favorite, so I'm going to make this.
I never have good answers for these, man. Okay. Here's a good one. Here's a good one. Flippy or Vandal. A little bit easier to get to roll because a Vandal's understable, but like for me to get it to roll, I have to like really crank over on it.
Like a Fury?
Yeah, very similar to a Fury, but Vandal feeling.
Nick Fury.
And
That's what we'll call it.
What plastic are you wanting?
Blue.
Biofusion again.
Okay. Yeah, see, I think I would go.
Bio, really?
I
You
like
love that bio.
I like bio. It's got good grip.
Sure
Yeah.
do love that bio.
That's me.
I would go Lucidex on mine. I like that stiff.
I feel like a blend on
Flat,
an overstable approach
shallow.
disc could be good too.
Classic Soft X.
Isn't that just classic blend?
Yep, it probably is.
Oh man. All right. We've got time for one more disc golf question.
Uno más.
But we have to find a quick one. And these aren't exactly quick, so we might have
So
to
do a non-disc golf.
We'll have to do a
Let's do one more non-disc
yeah,
golf.
We'll do a non-disc golf question to close out episode 16.
Oh, favorite Dr. Dre song?
Gosh. Yeah, how fast can I mute AJ? Got it. Okay, this one comes to us from Matthew.
What's up, Matthew?
Matthew says, if you could have an unlimited supply of something for the rest of your life, what would it be? Cutting you off, you can't say money. His words, not mine. unlimited supply of something
Yeah, that unlimited money
other
would be
than
awful.
money.
Oh,
What do you want?
it'd be awful.
I think so. Unlimited money?
Well, you can't have it, AJ. So what would you have an unlimited supply of?
Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Okay, Danny. Gosh.
It's not money. It's not centralized.
Okay, I'll edit Matthew's question, and it can't be a
Currency?
financial. Yeah, it can't be anything that's exchanged for goods and services.
Ew.
Crash the market. Get it out.
I have an
You
answer
have
to
one?
this.
Let's
Yes.
hear it.
My answer would be time, and I don't mean that because I want to live forever. I just mean that in my day-to-day life, the biggest struggle is like time management and just not having time to do all of the things that I want to do.
Yeah.
So if I just had unlimited time, then I could play disc golf every day, and I could play video games every day, and I could play with my cats every day, and I could do this every day, and I could do this every day, and I could do this every day, and I could do everything that I wanted to do. That's just not how it works. There's 24 hours.
That's
I
a
would
really good answer.
I would like to have unlimited hours.
My original thought was mac and cheese, and that's way better than that.
Hold on, though.
Hey.
If
Yeah,
you
we're
have
talking
unlimited,
about like material things
if
here.
you have
or-
unlimited mac and cheese,
You're gonna run out of time pretty quick.
well, you don't have to worry about time because now you don't have to worry about cooking.
Oh
You
man.
don't have to worry about cleaning up because everything's covered in mac and cheese.
Mm.
So
I got one.
Let's hear it.
I'm unlimited guitars.
Ooh, good answer.
Like
Unlimited guitars.
But are they good guitars?
yes,
Okay.
You got to specify that because if not,
that would suck. Yeah, that would be the worst. No,
a-
I'm just
just an unlimited amount of
right. that just-
untuned guitars.
oh god, yeah. Spend the rest of my life tuning and playing on like you can hear the scraping on the fretboard.
Bro, we need to jam sometime, AJ.
I would love to. I love to
We
jam.
could jam.
Gosh, yes. I mean, so I'm just imagining like every day that I wake up, I I walk.
Is that how you walk?
This is how I walk. most
Oh,
of the
okay.
time.
This guy.
This is how I walk. Sometimes I pause in
All right.
between steps.
Eric,
So
what would
I-
you have an
so I
unlimited
walk-
supply of?
So I walk and then
AJ is trying to actively use up my unlimited amount of
I
time.
know.
so I'm walking, and then I walk down into the basement. No, and into like the cellar, and there's this room that is just full of guitars. And I take one out, and it's new to me. Maybe it's brand new, but it's at least new to me. And so like every day, I get to walk into this cellar, and there's just unlimited amount of guitars to pick and play from. Or even if it's like a new, just one, like if it's some kind of like weird Groundhog Day kind of thing where
You just have unlimited Stratocasters, and they're just
something like, what I was just thinking is like a door in the hallway, kind of like, and instead of a closet, it's just you open up a door and there's a guitar just like hanging there. And every day it's new. It's new and different.
And then at the end, you smash it.
Yeah. There we go.
rock
That'd be
star.
so metal, dude.
That'd be awesome.
Please don't.
Eric, unlimited supply.
I've been wanting to smash my guitar for a hot minute,
Please don't.
Yeah,
but I love it, so I don't. Yeah.
I'm gonna say unlimited amount of sunshine, like warm weather.
Okay. I was going to say unlimited sunshine. You're going to
Like
get burned.
the month of
real
like
quick.
June here because it's like beautiful, like
Right.
not super hot, not super cold. Beautiful weather.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with. Unlimited amount of beautiful weather
Yeah.
without paying San Diego prices.
Hey. Yeah. Emporia prices, San Diego weather.
There we go. Just bring the beach in.
We tried that. We got AJ. We're working on it.
Where you know how our rivers split, we could just turn that into ocean front. Like
Yeah, AJ didn't bring us a single like box of San Diego weather, not even a jar or a
jar of sand.
bag of San Diego weather. Nothing.
Nope.
He just brought us Dr. Dre.
He just brought us 5 inches of snow on Thursday.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Get
cool.
out.
This Thursday?
Yes,
Oh, okay. Have fun in Vegas.
I leave Tuesday. So I will still be here when the snow hits.
Yes.
If I could have an unlimited amount of second chances to say funny jokes, that would be great. Cut.
You and Doug both.
The more we
Yeah.
talk about this, the more I'm confident in mac and cheese, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I had to do something tangible.
Yeah,
Like,
please.
if time doesn't work, because somebody in the chat very cleverly put that time is money, so you can't use time.
Oh, yeah.
Aha.
So
That's true.
got me there. I think I would. I mean, I don't know, something. The answer that comes to mind is just like unlimited shoes, because there's a lot of shoes that I really like that are really cool that I just would never pay the price for.
There you go.
But then also, like, if I could just have unlimited cars, that'd be kind of sick. And if it was all like nice cars and whatever, and I could just leave this one parked running in the Walmart parking lot and not care because I've got a million more at home. Like, yeah, that'd be awesome.
So
Yeah, can you give the unlimited thing away?
It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't say that you can't. So
Like, if I get mac and cheese, can I solve world hunger?
yeah, dude, I'm getting
Sick.
Lambos for everybody.
Dang.
You want a new one tomorrow? Hit me up. I will deliver it to you, and then I'll just leave my delivery Lambo also at your house. You can have it. You're welcome.
not me. I smash my guitar at midnight, just like Cinderella does.
Cinderella sounds much more metal than I remember her being.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be great. I would love that life. I would love that fantasy world, that Groundhog Day scenario where it's just every day you wake up to a different guitar and you get to you just jam out
But like
on
you
it.
have to smash it, so if you really like it and you're like attached to it, you're just
Yeah.
crying while
And
breaking
you
it on the
never
ground.
get that guitar again.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a new guitar.
That's a really interesting plot twist there, Danny.
Yeah, would you
because,
find one that you would want to keep forever?
probably, yeah, but I'm thinking like at first I would smash them because I'm like, yeah, this I just jammed so hard and like, oh, I just nailed the last solo and then last chord and it's like adrenaline smash. And it's like at first it's like, okay, yeah, this is great. I love this. I get to release all my energy and all that adrenaline. But then, like you're saying, you open the closet one day and there's just one that's like extra shiny. Oh, kind of like, yeah, I nailed that. Like in Wayne's World when he goes to Guitar Center.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
It's just like the white strap. Like, oh. There would be days where it's like, oh no, and then you like, it's like, yeah, I'm jamming out, and you're like, and then you're like, oh yeah, this is so sick, and then the thought creeps in like, oh no, I want to smash this, and you're still jamming, and then you hit a wrong note, and then it's like heartbreak.
Can't relate.
Yeah,
You got to smash it.
you just go insane.
We've got to smash the end
Like
show button, unfortunately. Boop. We are out of time. Thank you, everyone, for listening and watching. If you're live, we can sit and hang out for a minute or two after the show is over. If you are not live, be sure to check out the Dynamic Discs YouTube channel every Tuesday afternoon at 2:30 Central Time. You can hang out with us before, during, and after the show.
Ooh.
Be sure to do all the stuff.
For an unlimited amount of time, you can hang out with us.
Right. An unlimited amount of specified time. You can hang
Like
out.
the
Yeah,
Truman Show.
I've got the best OnlyFans page going. You can hang out with me for an unlimited amount of time.
Wow.
No nudes,
Dang it, I'm out.
just unlimited hangout.
Sweet.
And also, I trimmed my mustache. Just
Wonderful.
wanted to
Okay.
get
All
that
right.
in before we hit stop.
Perfect. So yeah, so on that note,
On that note,
thanks
Later.
everybody for listening. We will see you next week. Eric will not be here next week. Eric will see you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
It won't be Eric's birthday in 2 weeks. So happy birthday now, Eric. Happy
Thank you.
birthday in 52 weeks. But
Oh, that was smooth.
we won't see you next
That
week.
was smooth.
I already issued him a happy birthday for next year, so
We're good to
Nice.
go.
I'm covered. That's 2 already.
We're good
Okay.
to go.
Got you all beat. Cool. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye. YouTube, hang out for a minute, and we will chat.